we are live on the Mississippi Gulf Coast for Cruisin the Coast. We welcome to the program now Rob Sigler, Assistant Registration Director for Cruisin the Coast, and also Rod Milligan of ET Motorgear. Appreciate you guys coming on today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir.
All right, Rob, what do you think about all this?
This is fantastic, Rob. The crowd is tremendous, some awesome-looking cars, and you couldn't ask for better weather than this.
Yeah, we're really blessed in that regard for sure. I was just remarking to Ricky Matthews on in the prior segment that looks to me like the crowds are a little bit thicker at this time of the day than they have been in past years.
The block party is probably one of our most popular events that we put on throughout the week, and the weather really brings folks out. Depending on how the weather is when folks really turn out. And it looks like a lot of spectators and a lot of great-looking cars have decided to come out this morning. Yeah,
I love looking at all these classic vehicles. It kind of brings me back to my childhood, honestly. Some of them do. It's really cool. All right, so Rod, ET Motorgear, tell us exactly what you do.
Well, ET Motorgear is a merchandise company. We are a vertical company. We do have the art studios, the printing, embroidery, everything. And we do mostly motorsports events all over the country now with the vending rigs and all. And we have been doing that since 1981.
Wow, 1981.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is totally awesome. So I got to believe it's a pretty big deal for you, huh?
It has turned out to be, it was my passion, my hobby, but it has turned out to be something I won't leave. I'm in my 70s now and still love every minute of it.
Wow, really cool. So, Rob, you being the registration director involved in that, are we expecting to have, my understanding is, record crowds, record attendance this year?
We're expecting to have a record registration attendance this year. We pre-registered just over 8,500 vehicles that ended August the 15th. And since that time, we opened up on-site registration Monday. We're at 9,390 vehicles yesterday. So the record is 9618, which we set last year. And so we're expecting to surpass that and get right there with that 10,000 goal. So it's going to be a record week.
So Rob, explain, are there some criteria that a car must meet, a vehicle must meet, a registrant?
The only criteria is that it has to be older than 1989.
Okay.
Anything newer than 1989 is not eligible to be part of the event as far as a registered vehicle. A lot of folks bring those cars down and they'll cruise right with the other ones, but registered vehicle is cut off at 1989.
Okay, so the vehicle has to be at least 34 years old, essentially.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's amazing that there are that many of those still out there, still around, and of course these enthusiasts. Man, they do an unbelievable job.
All over the country.
Yeah.
We got every state registered except for 3 states. And
unbelievable.
Then we also have Canada and United Kingdom is here this year again. So.
Incredible. So, Rod Milligan, how can someone get your merchandise?
Well, we do have several locations. We do satellite locations starting Sunday, and today we'll wrap up those satellites, and then starting Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we have 8 cities with trailers and merchandise. So each of the 3 days you can shop in those cruise-in cities.
So for the T-shirts, for example, are they marked with a year?
They are dated. We have some non-dated, and of course we have everything from infant size up through a 5X, and then we do have all kinds of fashion, ladies fashion. We do have your garage signs, hats, the whole program. So ET pretty much has you covered from start to finish, and be part of the show. Whether you have a car or not, you get a T-shirt and you're in.
I got you. That's really pretty cool. So how does it make you feel when you see folks walking around with, say, prior year, even current year T-shirts?
Well, I absolutely love it. And, of course, I do several events. And, of course, in the Smoky Mountains, Pigeon Forge area, I do have 6 events there. And we see those shirts down here, so we know we're creating an impact from that group. So, it makes me feel great.
Rob, this has pretty big economic impact on the coast.
Tremendous economic impact. $36 million. We do an economic impact study every 5 years, and the most recent one was during our 25th anniversary. And it was statewide, $36 million, $33 million for the Gulf Coast. So that's what this event is all about, is driving up the economic impact of the local community down here, and businesses and small businesses and restaurants, and people come down here from, like I said, all over the United States and other countries too, just to be part of this event. And for this 1 week, we generate millions of dollars for the local economy.
Well, I guess I'd say, in my opinion, that the way something like this is not only a success, but so popular and considered a win-win, is that I've never heard anybody complain.
No,
I've never heard a person ever complain about
people
it.
Come down here and they love our event. They can't wait until the event starts. There's only 4 people that are actually employed with Cruisin the Coast. The rest are volunteers.
Okay.
We got 12 car clubs down here on the coast, and thousands of volunteers that help us pull off this event every year, and we've been doing this. Will be our 27th year. So yeah, people love this event. You hear very little complaints. So the traffic congestion can be an issue at times when you get this many cars, but people love to look at the old cars and just love coming to get some seafood, some shrimp seafood. This year our presenting sponsor is the Mississippi Gulf Fresh Seafood Industry, and they're giving out free samples over at Cruise Central tomorrow. Check our website and get the schedule on there and the times, and people are really enjoying getting some fresh seafood.
And the coast is blessed to have so many hotels and hotel rooms, and they fill them all up for this deal.
Yep, they do. The local economy, it's hard to get a hotel room during the event. A lot of people come to this event and they'll book the room for next year before they leave, so they'll make sure they have a place to stay. But if you drive down Highway 90, you see RVs and campers parked in vacant areas that used to have hotels and homes that were unfortunately wiped out by Katrina. But people are parked there this week to set up with their RVs and campers, and they line up the entire week. So,
Rod, how did you get connected to Cruisin the Coast? How did you get hooked up with this?
Well, we had been in the biz about 20 years, and we come down, done a presentation, and come on board with these guys in 2001.
Okay.
So we came down with 2 trailers and kind of kicked this thing off, and now over 20 years later, we do bring 12 trailers to the...
That's unbelievable. So are you headed to another event after this? Are you kind of traveling around?
This will conclude our 2023 tour, and we'll crank back up in March.
Okay, gotcha.
And we'll be preparing for next year after this event.
Start producing the goods, right?
We do.
Get ready for that.
We do. It's that big.
That's amazing. Well, I mean, that's an example, Rob, of how this event has an economic impact right there.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's a shining example of it. So that is so awesome. And something else, Rob, is that this is an event where all the communities on the coast all coalesce around this and collaborate.
You're exactly right. We picked up Waveland this year to round out the dozen cities on the Mississippi Gulf Coast that participate in Cruisin the Coast. So every municipality is now a part of Cruisin the Coast. From one end, from Moss Point all the way to Waveland, everybody participates. The Waveland event is going on today from 10 to 2. So people will probably leave here at the block party and head over that way and enjoy Waveland for the day, and then go to the blessing of the classics up in Diamond Head that takes place this afternoon. So yeah, every city gets to benefit from this event in one way or another. Long Beach has the parade Monday night, so they benefit through the parade, and we expect it to keep on growing, year after year. So.
Well, I'd have to say what it truly illustrates to me, Rob, is that there is strength and benefit in scale.
Right.
And you can't achieve scale independently.
Right.
You got to combine to achieve scale. That's what we do here, and everybody thus benefits.
And Woody Bailey, our executive director, does a tremendous job of connecting all those municipalities together to pull off this event. I'm not sure how Woody does it.
It's unbelievable.
But he does it, and he does a tremendous job, and has been doing a tremendous job for Cruisin and the local economy and the local municipalities for a number of years now.
And first responders and law enforcement, they play an integral role in making this thing a success.
We couldn't do it without them. We couldn't do it without the EMTs and the police departments and law enforcement. And they are very helpful to our event year after year. And it wouldn't even be possible without the volunteers and the first responders.
No doubt. Well, congratulations on another fantastic Cruisin the Coast. We've been talking to Rob Sigler and Rod Milligan. We're taking a break right here, coming back with Judy Young, Executive Director of Coastal Mississippi. We're in the Element Well Studios on the Mississippi Gulf Coast for Cruisin the Coast.